When my wife and I, Kayla, got engaged, we decided we wanted to go someplace far away and fun and adventuresome and begin our marriage on something of a service note. So we ended up finding ourselves in a Liberian refugee camp in Ghana. So we were there for 3 months, and with an intention to maybe teach English, to maybe teach music, to volunteer in any way that we could, and we found that there was a much deeper need than we were equipped to really help with. And so we met this man named Andrew Ray, who was a pastor. He was taking care of a bunch of kids just on his own, and he became a friend of ours. I think it was seeing what he was doing to help in his own community when he really had very, very little to offer that inspired us to consider, you know, with the resources we have access to in the States, is there anything that we can do to help him, you know, to lighten his burden a little bit? And that was the seed that was planted that eventually allowed us to open the orphan home in 2008, you know, almost a decade later. Also recently with the Ebola outbreak, it's not really clear to me yet, but it is evolving in such a way that we could be taking care of a new crop of Ebola orphans that we could be seeing because of this current crisis. Why do we focus on the poor in West Africa? It's simply because I've seen the need. That's where I know individuals who don't have clean water. It's where I have met children who don't have families. And knowing those people has drawn me to want to help them. And when you have that human connection and you feel like you are in a position of some sort of ability to provide help, then you do. For me and for my life, I feel driven, I feel called, I feel inspired to want to serve the poor. I think I just feel a sense that those that I've met who are living in poverty are part of my community. They're part of my circle, and I have some sense of responsibility. They're not just over there. It's not just something I see on a TV screen. It's not something I just read about in a paper and say, well, that's sad. That's their life, and if I could do something, I would, you know, and just leave it at that. I feel like I have some kind of responsibility to make the world a little bit better.